The disappearance of the Sodder children, a mystery that defies time. Christmas Eve, 1945. The Sodder family home in Fayetteville, West Virginia, is filled with the warmth of holiday cheer. But as night falls, that warmth is replaced with something far more sinister. A fire. A tragedy. And then an unexplainable vanishing. 5 children, gone. No remains. No answers. No closure. A disappearance that has haunted history for decades. Were they victims of the fire? Or was something far more calculated at play? Tonight, we step into one of the most chilling and unresolved cases in true crime history, the disappearance of the Sodder children. The night of the fire. The Sodder family, George and Jenny, were Italian immigrants who had built a life in America. They had 10 children, joyous, lively, and full of promise. On Christmas Eve, 1945, the family celebrated as most did, exchanging gifts, sharing laughter. But as midnight approached, an eerie chain of events began to unfold. A mysterious phone call. A car spotted lurking nearby. A strange thud against the roof. And then, the fire. Within minutes, the house was consumed. George and Jenny barely escaped with 4 of their children, but 5, Maurice, Martha, Louis, Jenny, and Betty, were trapped inside. Or were they? Because what came next was beyond belief. The inexplicable clues. The fire raged, but when the embers cooled, something was missing. No bodies. No bones. No remains. Experts said a fire that brief couldn't have reduced 5 bodies to nothing. And yet, there was nothing. Stranger still, a ladder, George's ladder, always resting against the house, was missing. It was later found tossed into a ditch far from the home. The phone lines had been cut. The family's vehicles had been mysteriously disabled. Then came the sightings. Reports of the children alive, years later, in different states, accompanied by figures unknown. Theories and speculations. Theories swirled like embers in the wind. Some believed the children had perished in the flames, their remains inexplicably lost. Others, including the Sodder family themselves, believed something far darker had occurred. Was the fire set intentionally to cover up a kidnapping? Could the Sodder children have been stolen into the night for reasons unknown? One of the most chilling clues arrived in 1967, a cryptic letter sent to Jenny Sodder. Inside was a photograph of a man. Scrawled on the back, Louis Sodder. I love brother Frankie. Ill boys. A 90132 or 35. Had Louis survived? Had they all survived? A family's endless search. George and Jenny Sodder never gave up searching for their lost children. Billboards stood along roadsides for decades, pleading for information. They hired private detectives, consulted psychics, even dug through the remains of their home years later. One investigator claimed to have tracked the children to Italy, another swore they had been seen with strangers in Charleston. But no matter how many leads emerged, no matter how many theories surfaced, the truth remained just beyond reach. The final question. The disappearance of the Sodder children remains one of the most haunting mysteries in American history. A tragedy wrapped in conspiracy, whispers of mafia involvement, or government secrecy. But the most terrifying possibility is the one we may never uncover. What if they were taken and never meant to be found? What happened that Christmas Eve? And more importantly, will we ever know the truth?